It's time now for the Peter Channel Saturday Morning News on the Saturday morning, April 9th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Saturday morning, April the 9th, 2016. Here are your news lines on our top story at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning is former Speaker Dennis Astor sexually abused at least 4 boys when he worked at a wrestling court in Illinois. Decades ago, a federal prosecutor said Washington Democrat real bills. Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are facing off in the U.S. presidential nominating contest in Wyoming on Saturday. The candidates gear up for a crucial matchup in New York. Seoul, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un supervised a successful test for a new engine for intercontinental ballistic missile. State meeting is set on Saturday, and the latest reported by Benson announced the program that has attracted the UN. Cardinal Lorenzo Baldessari arrives for a press conference to present the post-synodical policy expiration Amoris Laetitia, the majority level Vatican on Friday as Pope Francis conscious that rules must lead faithful. Holstein faces murder charge in Texas student killing. Former President Bill Clinton had to need to change when a protester joined at a rally for Hillary Clinton on Thursday in Philadelphia, as he said he regrets showdown with Black Lives Matter protesters. He is a terrorist after arrested on Friday in Belgium and had word man seen in airport surveillance video moments before one of the 2 deadly terror attacks in Brussels as first terror suspect Mohamed Abrini, arrested in Belgium. David Cameron arrived as Lieutenant Conservative Party Supreme Conference in central London on Saturday as the sentinel over the textiles and the steel sector crisis that badly bruised Prime Minister David Cameron just 3 months ahead of the crucial. Saudi Arabia partnered with Egypt to build a bridge connected to the Sinai Peninsula to the Gulf Kingdom, a part of a cash injection in Egypt's economy agreed upon during the visit to the Saudi King Salman. Athens 5 migrants, 4 women and 1 child drowned when their boat capsized at a Greek island in Samos, close to Turkey's coast, Greek coast officials said on Saturday. San Antonio, 2 airmen were killed in a workplace violence incident Friday at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. Military officials said, with media outlets reported that an airman shot with his commanding officer and then himself. Police captured a man who has been considered dangerous after escaping from a Washington State psychiatric hospital on Friday. Vice President Joe Biden confronts CEU support Emma Beach after seeing her crown fall in a speech Friday after sexual violence on campus. As Biden talked about sexual assault prevention to Boulder, Colorado for It's On Us tour in Boulder, Colorado at Colorado University. In Fall River, 2 veteran Catholic educators, including longtime principal of St. Mary's Sacred Heart School in North River, named to leadership positions at the Diocese of Fall River Catholic Schools office. Bernie Sanders claimed that Panama-free trade deal enabled more offshore tax scams. As we all know, the core business of Yahoo is being shopped around the world. Our media companies, as president, we have an interest in a little economic problem at the heart of it. Puerto Rico risks rebuild news completion and House committee. Americans now do it until Trump is able to retirement, but we could do a lot better. One of the main goals of retirement should be financial government, and you can achieve it if you need to nickel and dime everything. In Boston, one severity on campuses, semi-automatic rifles become a standard part of the arsenal for college security forces fire department that say it can make a difference the next time a gunman goes on a rampage. SpaceX launches futuristic pop-up room, lens rocket at sea. NASA's Kepler Space Telescope was supposed to be continuing its K2 mission to hunt down. Heading to planets by now, scientists say the spacecraft is in trouble again. It only took a week before the warning of the free speech advocates had come to fruition about the 17-state attorney general launching an investigation into climate change skeptics as the probe has expanded beyond an energy company to a think tank. A yeast infection led to the failure of the first uterus transplant performed in the United States. The Cleveland Clinic said on Friday. New findings were about where children with autism and looked during the conversation could lead to change the treatment programs, researchers said. U.S. Food and Drug Administration on Friday moved to withdraw the approval of drug use of 3 pigs because of concerns that it could lead to traces that cancer's residue in pork. Not 1 but 2 studies have concluded that full-fat dairy foods may help to reduce the risk of diabetes and obesity compared to low-fat and non-fat counterparts. Peter Channel News Time is now 8:04. Time now for a sports report on this Saturday morning. Last night, the Boston Celtics defeated the Milwaukee Bucks 124-109, while the Boston Red Sox down 7-2 fought back and won 8-7 over the Toronto Blue Jays. Today, all the Boston sports teams have games. First, the Boston Bruins will have a game against the Ottawa Senators at 12:30 p.m. at the Garden, while the Boston Red Sox have a game against the Toronto Blue Jays game time 1:07 p.m. in Toronto. New England Revolution have a game at 4 o'clock at the Gillette against FC Toronto, and Boston Celtics have a game against Atlanta Hawks at 7:30 p.m. down in Atlanta. Augusta, Georgia, maybe one of these days, someone up there enjoys people will be leading the Masters. The 22 of Texas Battlefield Plus condition take a one-stroke edge over Rory McIlroy to the Saturday's third round. Battle were drawn and when it came to who supported and do not support satellite kept the college football to react to a ruling that bans them on Friday is unsurprisingly fell along those party lines. San Francisco Rush Strickland was pulled in with a no-hitter to Parker during an 8th inning of the Major League debut. The new Los Angeles Dodgers manager Dave Roberts will take on all criticism of yanking him. Peter Challenger's times now 8:06 in the morning time on this Saturday morning. And it is time now for a Trevor report. Let's start it off down in Rhode Island, where it's looking good in highways and byways of the Ocean State, southeastern Massachusetts, and Cape Highways. They are looking good. Highways in the greater Boston vicinity, they are looking good, as all the highways and byways of eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island are looking good, except we get an accident on 95 on the northbound side in Rhode Island, just around between exits 3 and 4 in Coventry, so expect some delays. Around the Richmond stretch. And then we get an accident on 95 on the southbound side just after 234 in Mystic, Connecticut, so expect some delays. And down in Connecticut, 95 on the southbound side, it's sold from Route 7 to Route 124 in Norwalk, Connecticut. Long Expressway eastbound and westbound side slope from 678 in Fenwick Expressway all the way to Forest Hills. 278 in eastbound side also from Route 27 all the way to Route 478 in Park Slope stretch. 95 at Hutchinson River Parkway in the northbound side, extra ran New Rochelle just ran Route 95. But highways and byways in New York City, they are looking good. New Jersey Turnpike looking from New York to Delaware. Garden State Parkway looking from Newark all the way up to Wildwood. Highways and byways in Maryland and Washington are looking good. And Pennsylvania Turnpike looking from Philly to Pittsburgh again. New York State looking from New York all the way out to the Pennsylvania border. I-86 on the eastbound side down in both ends around New York State slow from East Randolph all the way to Lane, and slow again from Wellsville all the way out to Alfred and Hornell. I-80 on both ends slow from Clearfield all the way out to Grove City. I-78 on the southbound side, it's slow for the Harrisburg stretch. And I-79 on the northbound side, it's slow from Meadville all the way out to Erie, Pennsylvania. And on the Pennsylvania Turnpike on the westbound side, actually just before 79 near Pittsburgh, so expect some delays. And all the highways in Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine are looking good. And I-80 some of the southbound side low after the Canadian border in Plattsburgh, New York. Okay, look at MBTA alerts at 8:08. Subway says it's looking good. Worcester train. 59 at 7 a.m. from Worcester operate 25 minutes late between West Natick and South Station due to track work. Please board all Framingham Worcester train inbound platforms at Newtonville for Auburndale Station until 4 p.m. due to track work. Please board all Worcester Line trains at platforms at Westburn Grafton Station until 4 p.m. due to track work. Please board all Worcester Line trains on inbound platforms at Ashland and Southport stations at 4 p.m. due to track work. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Channel News Times now, 8:09 on this Saturday morning, and it is time now for a weather report. Radar is clear for the moment. For today, in critical skies, about 48 degrees, calm wind coming in westbound 5 miles in the afternoon. Tonight, a slight chance of rain before 11 p.m., then a slight chance of snow between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. Most skies about 27 degrees. Northwest with about 7 to 9 miles per hour in the northwest at midnight, with critical skies 25 miles at chance to 20%. Sunday, parts of the sky, but the Greenwich becoming sun skies about 45 degrees. Northwest about 8 miles at critical skies 22 miles at Sunday night. Increase skies about 35 degrees. The top was about 6 miles an hour. Monday, most skies got about 55 degrees. Top was about 8 to 40 miles an hour. Wind gust size 39 miles an hour. Monday night, chance rain may after 4 a.m. Clouds got about 48 degrees. Anticipation 50%. Tuesday, rain like me after 8 a.m. 57 about 37 degrees. Anticipation 100%. And Tuesday, wind at the end at 70% by Tuesday night. Wednesday, most of the podcast skies are about 53 about 55 degrees. Thursday, most of the clear skies are about 53 about 36 degrees. And Friday, sun skies about 55 degrees. Currently here, not near, it is 37 and fair. Humidity 59%. And a hazardous weather outlook because Day 2 to 7, Sunday to Friday. There's going to be a low probability for wind headlines on Monday across the southeast coastal plain as well as Cape Downs. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Saturday morning news on the Saturday morning, April 9th, 2016. I'm Peter with you. Have a good day with a good Friday. Have a good morning.